the largest event in the WordPress and web agency space, and it is free. You know what we're talking about. It's the Atarim Web Agency Summit 2023. This is the fourth annual one of these, and every single year it's a good time. This one is going to be especially fun. I mean, have you seen the branding on this? It's a party right there up in the corner of this thing. It is a sort of a festival, a music festival theme. And so we've got all kind of fun stuff happening. We've got tons of talks, of course, from people who are high up in the industry, all the way down to people who are in the trenches working with you side by side and figuring things out and feeling the same pain points that you're feeling. And we've got a bunch of panels that we're bringing together experts in various fields. We've got parties happening in the lounge. There's a lot going on at this event. You can go check out the sponsor booths, spin the big wheels, win prizes. What? So anyway, we got a lot going on. Welcome. My name is Stephanie Hudson. I'm going to be one of your co-hosts for the event, as I have done the past couple years with my pal here, Andrew Palmer. He's not usually silent, so this is a treat. Vito Peleg is the master of ceremonies, of course, with everything. How you feeling, V?
Good, a little stressed, but in a good way. We almost reached the 10K mark of attendees, and everything is ready. It's just like now it's going into the finest details, the fine details, and there's always more stuff to do. So it feels like when you look at this resolution, like there's a lot of stuff, but actually we're good. Everything is good.
A lot of speakers, a lot of moving parts, and then you had to deal with both Andrew and I pinging the channel in Teamwork today, saying like we can't log into our account. So I'm sure everybody on the team was thrilled about
clear
that.
cache. Andrew got the clear cache gif.
Clear cache, Andrew.
Clear cache.
We also have the lovely Disha here. It's always the cache.
Hello.
Disha, welcome.
Hello.
Disha is really like the one who's running this whole show. I think we all know that, right? Like she's the one who's making this all happen. She is one of the organizers of this, and she hasn't slept in 2 weeks. So thoughts and prayers for Disha. She's handling all of the nonsense and drama and panic emails and things like that. So we're glad to have you here, Disha. Thanks for all your hard work. And then joining us today also, we have a couple of the speakers and sponsors and things like that happening. So Miss Christina Romero, good friend of mine, she is of the WP Care Market. And Christina, you're I thought we lost you for a second, but we had a little thing. So tell us what you're going to be doing at the conference this week.
So I'm speaking. I'm in the scale track. I just saw there's 4 of them: build, expand, scale, and thrive. So I'm going to be speaking, of course, about recurring revenue and looking at the real numbers. That's always really, really fun, behind the scenes of what people are actually making versus what they say on Facebook, because anyone can say anything on Facebook.
Any of those things, like people want to see the numbers. They want to. They want to know how much somebody else is making. They want to know how much they're making. They want to know if somebody's making more than them or less than them, or how they're doing in comparison to others. We all are comparison freaks, and a lot of times, like people can just put on a persona of something. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know how you're gonna break into everybody's bank accounts to get that information.
I know
I'm
things
here for it. Yeah, I guess so. And Kathy, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about this party that you're going to be hosting?
Yeah. So my name's Kathy Zant. I've been around the WordPress space for a little while, and right now I'm director of marketing at Cadence WP, which is a part of the whole Liquid Web Stellar WP family. And we are going to be having a little bit of a party. So in connection with Post Status, we're doing these parties. And so we're doing the block party, because Cadence is all about blocks and building with blocks and Gutenberg blocks and Cadence blocks. So we're having a block party. And we're going to talk about really the importance of community when you're marketing. So it's not really necessarily going to be about, Cadence, but Cadence has a very vibrant community, and we're streaming into the Facebook community right now. And this vibrant community is so much a part of what makes Cadence successful. So we're going to talk about the Cadence community and how how our developers and our marketing team and our support team and the Cadence community all work together to make this brand what it is. So it's going to be fun.
I love
Awesome.
that. Disha and I are going to be on a panel talking about community as well. Dish, do you remember the name of our panel, like the exact title of it? Because I'm the worst hostess. I don't even know the name of the panel that we're on. It's about building community. I run a Facebook group. If you want to, we're broadcasting live in there too. Focus on your biz. It's a fun one. Come say hi. We are going live. We're live in Christina's group, which is Website Care Pros. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Kathy's
it. Sorry. Didn't mute.
Which group, Kathy? What are we in with yours?
Ours, well, we just call it the Cadence community, but it's actually Web Creator Community by Cadence WP. So
nice. And a bunch of other groups that we're going live in right now. The Bertha group, of course. Bertha
Yes.
AI here, Andrew. And look, we got another pal here that's joined us. We've got Alex. And Alex, I don't know how to say your last name. Could you tell us?
Anais.
I would have guessed wrong. So
Yeah.
thank you. We have by the way, if those of you are just tuning, if it's your first year, we have a running drinking game. It's standard every year. Take a shot every time I mispronounce somebody's name.
Or when
Alex,
I do a
tell us
name
what
drop.
or when Andrew does name dropping or gets mad at me in veto. It's a fun game. Everybody gets hammered. Yeah, basically. So Alex, tell us about you're giving us a talk at the summit too.
I am. Mine is going to be on the role of AI in content and search. I'm super excited. I finished the deck earlier on the weekend, and I started posting in a bunch of different groups, SEO groups mainly, asking for questions that people had. So now I have like a lot of stuff that is probably going to make it into the end as questions to address.
Yeah. Rookie move doing that after you finish your slide deck.
Yeah.
I saw that happening in the groups. I was like, oh man, he's getting toast.
I saw you on Twitter asking people for their logos, but hopefully you've got my logo.
Yeah, yours I was able to find already. I saw you like the tweet, and I was going to say, don't worry, I already have yours.
George is asking, oh, look at this. We got another Nicolau. We've got another, one of your brethren is in the chat asking if your name is Greek.
I think it's Cypriot. Yeah.
So, and I've seen you and I've chatted with you and all that stuff. I had no idea you even had an accent. I did not realize you were Greek. So, oh, our little digital world we live in. Vito, just don't hold back. What talk are you most looking forward to in the summit?
Right. Well, I'm mostly looking forward to a panel. There's a panel that talks about the future of, or mostly it talks about how WordPress has been adopted by large companies over the past couple of years, and now they are now coming into the space. And it's an exciting panel that has Josefa. She's the director of WordPress. Or the person that is actually running the show now for WordPress for the past couple of years. There's folks from and then there's folks from companies that kind of work with WordPress in some capacity, but that you wouldn't make that connection straight away, or at least with some of them. For example, HubSpot and GoDaddy and Google. Web Pros, which is basically cPanel and Plesk. So there's folks from all of these different components, as well as people that from CloudFest, which is one of the largest cloud events or the largest cloud event in the world, that has been focusing on WordPress a lot over the past couple of years. And we also have Ramkus from who was one of the organizers of the first WordCamp Europe. And so he's going to come in and talk about WordPress from an events point of view. So we have a few folks internally to WordPress, which is Josefa and Ramkus. And then we have people that are external to WordPress, but work with it and drive it from kind of the outside or try to influence it to some degree. So I'd love to hear from them how this is working out. Why did this happen? over the past couple of years, and not WordPress is going to be celebrating 20 years this year. But why now? What happened just now that made this that made them all move into this direction? And how do they see this evolving in the next couple of years, especially as we all have this? Especially, and I hear this from a lot of web agencies, kind of thinking of different tools, different strategies, different stacks that are being explored, which is always good. It's always good to keep your head on the ground and your ear on the ground and listen to what's going on, but also to understand what is coming with the tools that we already are using. So this is the one that I'm really looking forward to.
Awesome. And Disha, when is that panel? Do you know?
I've got one. Hang on.
So I have been into so much in and out of so many stuff that I don't remember anything now on top of my head.
No, me too. All right, well, we'll get back to you on that one. In the meantime, we've got some chatter happening over in one of the YouTube channels we're going live on. We've got some of our good pals in there. Imran Sadiq, who's going to be doing talk. He says this year's summit's going to be wicked.
We have an awesome panel with a bunch.
Go send Imran the link to this StreamYard. Come on, Imran, pop in, say hi. Rosie's out there. Rosie Robinson was. She really enjoyed the summit last year. She did a. She gave a talk last year, I believe, didn't she? The summit?
Yeah,
anyway,
she did.
For niche markets.
She's cool.
Yeah. She's a master of her niche. That is for sure.
Niche website person.
That is
I'm going to say something now because I haven't had a chance to speak.
I would love it.
The panel I'm really looking forward to is the acquisitions ones, because obviously everybody knows that I sold 3 businesses.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
18-month period, right? So that's another way to earn money out of WordPress, is that you can build a business over a short period of time, like I did, and sell them. The Elegant Marketplace, obviously, to InMotion, but Page Builder Cloud and Layouts Cloud was literally sold through a message to my friend Melissa Love, and I said, "Do you want to take my 50% shareholding in Page Builder Cloud and Layouts Cloud?" Because she was already working with Sean, who was my partner in that business, and she went, "Yes." We didn't even mention money. She just said yes, which was great. So there's ways and means of monetizing your activity, and even plugins. There was a plugin a couple of weeks ago, no premium version, nothing. One guy built it and sold it within a 4-week period for about $10,000, because people are out there and they can see value in what you're doing. So that's really attend that, because Marika and Joost are going to do an introduction to that, and then we're going to have some chats with people from Stratic, Miriam and Iqbal Saad from WP Experts. He buys companies every other day, it seems, so it's really cool. And Zachary Mims there, he said this will be my first year attending and I'm super excited. I'm most excited for the AA stuff. He's also part of the team, and he's an awesome member of the team. And if you see all the memes that are out, going out for Atarim Summit, Zach is the creator of those, and they're a lot of fun. And I'm really pleased that he's part of the team. What do you think, Vito?
Yeah, this has been definitely an awesome expansion of the team this year. Zach and Disha has been killing it for sure. So it's awesome. It's awesome to see the people that are joining, as well as Caroline has been working really hard with the speakers and everything around that. That's awesome. And well, I do want to say something. So first of all, what's up, Gianni? We're gonna get Steph is gonna get to you for a second, I'm sure. But I did want to say that there's a bunch of awesome sponsors, and especially when you came in now, Gianni's one of our sponsors, and we couldn't have done this event without the different components of running an event like this. Is first of all the platform that we have folks that are helping us on that. We have the speakers, the panelists, the media partners, of course the attendees, the organizers, and the sponsors. And the sponsors allow us to actually take this to heights that are way beyond anything else that has happened in our space so far. Just from sheer amount of people that are joining this event. If you guys are thinking about this from that point of view, how big is the biggest event or the biggest camp? It's like 3,000 people, right? 3,500 people. Even when it was online, kind of went around this number, and we're now at 9K. So that is really exciting, and the goal is for us is to get to 10,000 people, mostly to show to our space that or break this glass ceiling, because there's never been an event of this magnitude in our space. So we're trying to make that happen, and I'm sure that after we will, a few others will follow, and we'll make sure we'll understand that it is possible, and it doesn't need to be just a couple of thousands or a couple of hundreds of people, but it can actually be a 5-figure number. And that is a lot due to our sponsors. So we have all the sponsors here below, but I like to point out some of them, including Duda, who are actually not in the WordPress space, but they're a website builder that is working with agencies. There's about 18,000 agencies that use Duda to build websites for their clients. This is great for when WordPress is an overkill, when it's when all you need is just like a quick website, and setting up WordPress is just like sometimes too much for a client. Duda is a perfect solution for that in between. Then we have CloudFest USA. CloudFest is the largest event in the cloud space. 7,500 people in Germany just ended about a month ago. I was there, Andrew and I were there. Gianni was there as well. Disha was also there. And it was awesome. And now they're coming in as a sponsor because for the first time they're doing a US event. And so they want to make sure that there's people know about this. And again, thousands of people now in the US. So if you want to have the similar experience to what we're trying to do in the virtual space, then this is an awesome, and you're in the US, CloudFest USA is an awesome online physical event that is happening just next month. And then we have Web Pros. Web Pros are the folks behind cPanel and Plesk and WHMCS. They basically drive the internet from underneath, right? So if you don't know what cPanel is, most hosting companies use cPanel or Plesk to run their operation, which means that when you are installing WordPress or any other CMS, you're most likely touching cPanel in some capacity. But one thing that is really interesting from Web Pros is that they have WHMCS, which was initially built as a platform for it's a billing platform for hosts. But over the past couple of years, many agencies are starting to use this system as their billing system. Because you can do care plans on it, and you can create all kinds of different products and create flows and forms and all kinds of really cool stuff that are specifically focused on the billing side of things. So this is a great solution for these folks. Next up, we have Yoast. No need to introduce Yoast, right? The biggest SEO plugin in the world. They've been with us for a couple of years now, supporting the summit. They also have YoastCon, which is their own event that is happening just in a couple of weeks from now. If you're into SEO, then you should check out YoastCon, and of course, check out Yoast itself. Then we have Accessibility Checker, which is the first time that Amber was the CEO of Accessibility Checker joining us and talking, and she had one rule. So I reached out to her and I asked her if she wants to support the event this year. She asked me if we're doing live captions for all the sessions at the event. And I told her we were thinking about this. We looked into it. It was kind of expensive, and we ended up not doing it. She said, okay, I want to sponsor so that we can do that. And so this year, for the first time, we have live captions inside the Atarim platform or the Summit platform that allows you to see, and it basically transcribes in real time, mostly by humans. Some is done by AI as well, but mostly by humans. And this is awesome, and thanks to Amber and the Accessibility Checker team for that. Accessibility Checker is a great tool plugin that allows you to check if your website is accessible. It's not like a quick fix, but it will expose all the problems. So you install it to find out how much more work you need to do, which is good because this is all it for a good cause, right?
Love it. Vito,
yeah,
take a
that's
sip of
it.
water or something. We need we're going to come back to the list, but we've got some new guests who popped in. First of all, Gianni, introduce yourself to everybody.
Yes, hi. How are you? I'm excited to be here. This is my first time, although I've known Vito since it was at Dublin WordCamp, maybe
Right.
6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when I first saw WP feedback, and I thought, "Oh my God, this is what hosting companies need." Oh. But I'm part of a company called IQ, and in short, what we do is we scan about 65% of the internet, and we monitor it for things like malware and phishing and scams and spams. And the majority of our customers are hosting companies, registries, so TLDs like .blog, .ie, .com, etc. And that's what we do.
I have great news for those of you who are, speaking of hosting, we have a panel for once and for all. We're going to settle the debate. Who's the best hosting company? I think that's what this panel's for, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Who's the best?
That's a dangerous panel right there.
Has anybody ever been in a WordPress Facebook group and heard that question asked before? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna kick around the thing. Our pal Imran.
Hey, how you doing?
Imran and your mini-me's here too.
Yeah, as soon as he knew I was going live, he just comes running in. He's
love it.
My chief interrupter. He just, interrupts us, and then he
Chief
hides under the
interrupter.
table. I don't know why he does that. Touches all the
What's up,
wires
buddy?
and things disconnect.
Yeah,
Love it.
he's the real magic behind your business, isn't he?
More kids on calls. That's my platform.
Well, that's because you have like 17, Christina. You got a lot of kids. There's a lot of kids at that house. Hey, Imran, what are you going to talk about on your? What's your talk about in the summit?
Yeah, so I'm on two panels. One of them is about how we can use YouTube a lot more, and me and the other creators are going to share a lot of secrets with how it's helped our agencies and just kind of helped your brand as well. But then I've also got a talk on client acquisition, and I'll let anyone watching now that 70% of our brand new clients actually come via LinkedIn, and we never ever contact them ever. They actually find us. So I'm going to talk more about what you can do to help yourself out. So real proven strategies and tips that do actually work.
Amazing. What is that? That's a panel, did you say?
No, that's we've got a YouTube panel on Friday.
Right.
With Paul Charlton from WP Tuts and a few others. But then tomorrow night for me, but it's going to be, I think, 4 p.m. on the EST time zone. I'll be doing client acquisition on LinkedIn. And believe me, after the talk, you will be making $10,000 every 5 minutes, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Don't believe any of that.
Or the price of your ticket will be refunded in full.
Something like that, yeah.
100% guarantee. Amber Hines popped in. I didn't even see you show up. What's happening?
Hey, Amber.
Hey.
Friend?
Yeah, I
Were
saw
your
an
ears
email.
burning?
I saw an email and I was like, wait, is that right now?
Yeah.
Send
Vito
me
was
a link.
just talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All good things, I hope.
So good. Yeah. So good. Yeah. He was talking about how we're adding captions. Did you want to share anything
excited.
about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've attended and spoke at the summit in the past, and that was one thing that I think if you find my talk from previous, I ran like automated captions on my Google Slides, which I don't know if people know you can do that, but if you ever go to something, when you're presenting, you can turn it on in presentation mode and Google will do it. So I was like, well, I'm going to have some captions on mine, but I was very excited that Vito was game because I know that trying to orchestrate live captions can be a little bit of work and challenge, but it'll be great that everybody can participate.
I love it. And it's human captioning?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How does that work?
So the captioners are on the stream. Are they actually going to be in the room or are they just
they're going to be in this, like in a room like this, very much like Andrew is now off camera, but he's still, they can still hear us and everything.
Mhm.
So they're just going to be in here typing really, really fast.
Yeah, they
Uh,
usually
yeah.
have like stenography type of keyboards, like a court reporter would have, so that they can type faster. And then there's an API that's going to feed it in.
Yes. Then it's
That's
connected
super
to
cool.
to the platform. Right underneath the video, there's a box that has this kind of like moving, and if you click on it, it opens in a new tab, so you can see the full transcript of the entire session being created in real time, which is really cool.
That is
Mhm.
awesome. Super cool. Speaking of where things are going to show up, we've got a couple more people I want to chat with, but Vito, would you mind in a minute, like, would you mind pulling up your screen so we can do a little quick tour of the venue?
Yes, would love that.
Walk around the venue. We can see where some of the booths are and the VIP tent and all that stuff. Tom Finelli from Convisio has just popped in. What's up, Tom?
Hey, how's everyone
Welcome.
doing?
Welcome to the party.
Good to be with you guys. So
Yeah.
excited for another year of the summit.
Yes.
Yeah, Convisio is a sponsor.
Yes, we're super excited. And I gotta say, Vito, awesome work, man. You've like leveled up this year on the speakers and the companies and all that stuff. So it's pretty amazing to see where we're going.
Yeah, it's exciting. You remember the first one where it all crashed on the first day, right? Like 4 years
I
ago.
was stressed out for you.
I was there for that. I remember that.
I didn't have anything to do with anything, but I was like, well, they got enough smart people in there. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's definitely gone a long way from there, hasn't it? It's really cool.
Yes.
And, let me show. So where was I? I wanted to do this.
Can
Like
you
this,
see it?
right? Yes. Right. So this is the platform of the summit. Let me even drop the top bit here for now. Yeah, there it is. So that we can all come in. It's actually nice that it's hiding the domain there, but I'm just gonna put this like this for a second. Okay, so we have the entire thing. So what happens in here, and this is where we're all invited to from tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. EST, pretty much 1 p.m. UK time. And at the Summit platform, you have a few things that you can do. You can click on session tracks, and this is where you're going to have all of the awesome sessions happening in real time. You can interact with the speakers in here. Our hosts, Andrew and Steph, are going to bring some of the questions directly from here and to the speakers that are going to be broadcasting 100% live in here. And here below, we can see the live caption, even from our test here. 1 2 3 1 2 3 0 3, right? So when we tested this out, and then below you have the entire schedule with everyone and everything that is really cool,
and every color, of course,
and every color, of course. And then if we're gonna go back to the main hall, or we can of course navigate here from the side, but I'm gonna go from here. Let's go to the networking lounge, and this is where we're gonna have a bunch of parties happening. So where is the camera? Which is this camera,
over
right?
here, yeah.
This is where we're gonna have a bunch of activities happening, and here below you can see all of the parties that are gonna be happening throughout the event. And this is basically like a hangout spot that is gonna be running in real time, right in here. So for the people that some people like to watch sessions, some people like to engage and network with others. So this is for the latter. This is what I like to do mostly, and this is
the
powered
hallway
by
track,
Status.
sort of, right?
Yes, exactly. That's like our hallway track, and in here we are. This is powered by Post Status, who have been huge help for us this year to setting things up. Especially Michelle has been working very hard to make that happen. Now, if there's a bunch of people here and you want to make sure that, let's say I want to talk to Christina. And we want to talk about R3 that is coming in November.
Recurring revenue return.
That's right, November, Walt Disney World. Yep.
Yes. So let's say we want to talk about this and see what's going on. I can tell you, hey, Christina, let's go and stand by the merch stand for a second.
Yeah.
And then we can go and talk a little bit without getting disrupted by others.
Getting in the way of everyone else. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Oh,
That's
I can
fine.
see Gianni figured it out. And he's in.
Hey, he's in.
Right. So this is exactly what's gonna happen. People are popping in and out this entire time, and this is the magic of the lounge. And if we want to talk, so I can say, Gianni, jump with me to the Roadie Hangout for a minute. Let's see what's going on there. So we're going to go in here, and here we can talk business a little bit without being disturbed by others, right? Or without disturbing the main feed.
And Kathy, when is your party that you're hosting? Your block party?
I think it's tomorrow at 1 Eastern. It might be listed there.
Yeah.
The block party.
Yeah.
Growing a brand through community tomorrow at 1 p.m. Yeah, April 25th. Awesome. So go pop in and say hi to Kathy and whoever else is there from the Cadence crew.
Right. And then after, if you need a bit of break from some people in here, you can go and spin the wheel at our village. So the village has a bunch of booths in here for every sponsor that has been working with us this year. And let's go and see some, for example. So let's see CloudFest USA. And I can see that there might be still setting things up. Yes, I think they're still setting things up in this one. I'm not going to disturb them. They still have the rest of the day. Let's check out Duda. All right, so here as well. So you can spin the wheel and win all kinds of cool prizes. You can watch and learn a little bit about the different sponsors. And now the cool thing is that they are going to be literally in here so that you can actually meet them and speak to them in real time. Let's see if ours is turned on. Yes, it is, right? So now I'm inside the booth. So whenever someone is coming in, I can kind of invite them over, watch the video up here, spin the wheel, don't forget to spin the wheel, click the button to learn more and stuff, right?
I'm shocked all of this technology works together, like multiple video streaming things where you're in the room, you're on StreamYard. It's crazy.
Right? All at the same time. And I can actually be in a few places at the same time.
That's right. I was going to say, you can
Yeah.
clone yourself.
Yes, I can definitely clone myself all around here. Right, so these are the main activities, but then we have the press area where these are all of the media partners that have helped us promote this awesome event. And you probably see a bunch of them that you already know, from Coding WP, Master WP, WP Toots, WP Mail, WP Weekly, WP Founders, WP this and that. So
all the WPs.
Yeah, all the WPs are in here. And you can learn about them and see how you can support them as well for the rest of the year, as well as consume some awesome content that they're creating constantly. And then we have the replays. So every day during the day, we're in real time taking the sessions off of after they end, and we upload them into the replays section, so that if you missed a point, or you woke up a little late, or you had a client meeting or something like that, you can jump in here and watch some of the sessions that you've missed. And they're going to be live here for 24 hours after the session itself, and then they're going to be locked. And you can click this button to unlock them, as well as all of the sessions from last year and all the sessions from the year before that. So that's basically like 120 hours of incredible content by experts that you can access at any time, like the Netflix of web agencies, really. And that you can unlock by clicking this this big button right here. That's
And it's only $97 right now, right?
Only $97, and this is going to go up later this week. So now's the time to go in and grab your backstage pass even before the event. All you need to do is just sign up, and then you're going to see the button right after it.
Yeah.
Or go to here.
Well, why don't you put that in the chat there, Vito, to send out to the platforms?
Yes.
Nobody wants to type all that in. You guys want to hear something hilarious? Andrew's internet blinked out on him, and he left, and somebody else slipped in, and now the whole thing is full, and he can't get back in because we can't have more than 10 people.
Come in. Right, there's only 10 people.
Yeah.
I have to go, so I can let
actually,
you
I
in.
do have to go too. I have a meeting.
I have to meeting, and my
thanks
coffee
for coming, girls.
It was fun.
Coming, girls.
Look forward
Thank
to
you.
the
We'll
week.
see you on the summit. We'll see you tomorrow at the party, Kathy. And Christina, when is your talk?
Oh, it's on Thursday. kind of towards the end there, but I'll pop in every now and again throughout this.
Nice, but we want to make sure we don't miss your talk. That's for
yes,
sure.
don't miss my talk. Yeah,
Hopefully, I'll be the
1
one
p.m.
introducing you if it's later in the day. I'm always voting for later in the day, and you know what? They're making me get up at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Oh,
On camera.
Like that's sleeping in for me.
No,
so.
not for me.
All right. See you all. Have a great one. Bye.
Well, you get to hang out with all the fun UK folks and European folks.
Exactly.
I'm back.
Hey, he's back. Welcome. Was it
I'm
cold
just
out
doing it,
there?
as we're in so many Facebook groups and in front of so many people, I'm just going to go, Virgin Media, fix your internet connections.
Oh.
But anyway, I'm back, and
Andrew.
I've been able to listen because I was listening on my phone while I was rebooting my router, and I'm back. And I missed the Amber Hines introduction, but Amber, it's so good to have you here and really kicking Vito to get that accessibility situation sorted. Well done, really pleased.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to support the event because I've loved it in the past. So.
Thanks. And
Thank
Tom,
you.
thanks for fixing that little issue today. I mean, there's so many people involved. Alex, Disha, Tom, Dave doing all the, Caroline, Dave doing all the artwork. It's Jerome, co-founder of Atarim, doing a massive job here. Just putting together, I just wish people could understand how difficult it is. Yes, we've chosen to do this, but how difficult it is to put an event together like this that's so large and so it encompasses every aspect of web agency, digital marketing, and getting recurring income together, and getting people like Duda in, and HubSpot, and Google, and Microsoft. I mean, it's a massive achievement. So let's hope this week is going to be enjoyed by more than 10,000 people. It's going to be great. I'm going to really enjoying going to be a co-host on a couple of panels.
I was thinking about that, Andrew, today, and I was like, this is like a labor of love. It really is, because I bet if Vito did the actual math on this, he's probably getting paid less than minimum wage to put this out.
If you count
that's more than I am.
Yeah.
overtime, yeah.
I'm working for compliments, so it's like no, but it's like I was thinking about it, and it's like I've been really thankful. I haven't told you guys this to be part of this thing, because it's a blast to do, and I'm glad that we can help out in our special way. But it's like, this is really like it's like something I really love doing, and I look forward to getting together with you guys, and it's kind of cool. It's like, I haven't actually been part of a planning team for WordCamp yet, but I kind of feel like this is sort of like a practice for it.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Tom and Convesio has been hosting the summit for the past 3 years, 3 out of 4, right?
Yeah, 3 out of 4. Yeah.
Yeah. First year we tried to hack it on our own, didn't work well, and then Tom said, when I spoke to him after, he's like, of course, because you need da 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 and da 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 da. And I didn't understand anything that he was saying. So I was like, okay, you do it. So we've been hosting with Convesio, which is the ideal platform for these type of activities, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We do a lot of live events and big learning management sites, and have thousands of concurrent users on, and so that's kind of what we're specialized in. So yeah. That's
the game. So because what happens, especially what's gonna happen tomorrow morning, and I'm I have my fingers crossed that we're gonna power through it. Pretty much 8 a.m. US time, we're gonna have thousands of people hitting the login screen all at the same time, at the same second, and so that's why we need a platform like this that is designed for this type of activities. And that happens in events, that happens in e-com, right, where you have highly scaled up WooCommerce websites that sell a few thousand products an hour or
exactly
a minute.
Yeah.
And
it's really it's a very specialized skill set. If you look at I talk to people about I have this triangle that I always use as this virtual diagram. It's like the vast majority of people in the WordPress space are like the 90 percentile of people don't ever have to really worry about scaling. Right. And so the amount of people that actually have scaling challenges that top 10%. There's just not a lot of people who've really done it compared to the masses of people in the WordPress ecosystem that have done it like in real life, with real websites, not just a load test, and done it at scale enough with enough different sites to have a lot of knowledge about it. And so, I'm always starved to meet people that have expertise in this as well, because it's like there's just not that many of us out there.
For sure.
Well, I for one will never be in that club, just so you know. We can hang out and talk about other things, but that is not one for me. Like, I'm so glad that your kind exist, Tom. It's amazing.
We're here if you need us.
Because we need you. We all need you, but it's too overwhelming for me. So, guys, I think we need to let everybody get back to work. You've got to get all your work for the week done in the next few hours so that you can just block out the rest of the week for the summit. So everybody hurry up today, be very diligent, and then you can listen to all the talks all week.
So what we kind of found, and this was the approach that we tried to nurture in the first couple of years during COVID days. It's like, clear out your schedule, just sit in front of the computer all week long and watch people talk for 40 hours straight. And some people still do, but most of us are basically watching the summit as this ongoing week-long podcast that runs in the background, while in the in-betweens you jump into the lounge or you drop in a little comment in the feed. But really, what happens usually is that, and I'd like to tell everyone so that we don't miss out a week's work. You can still do your emails, do your client work, do all those kind of things, but in the background, make sure that you tune into the summit every day to just get a few of these gold nuggets that are going to be shared there. I'm sure that in each one of the sessions, there's going to be a few of them, and each one of those gold nuggets can definitely transform your entire business. And I know that it happened to me quite a few times watching these events, listening to experts, and it just paved the way for a bunch of different things that I did later. Even Christina Romero, she was just here a few minutes ago. About 10 years ago, I saw a YouTube video by Christina Romero talking about care plans. And just from that YouTube video that was like super low quality or something that was there, I built our entire... Sorry?
Why you got to call her out for her video quality?
Well, that was 10 years ago. The quality wasn't as good as it is nowadays. But from that video, I set up care plans in our business that end up in our agency that end up being more than 5 figures a month. And now it's just like from a few gold nuggets that I picked up from Christina, who's going to come in and talk and share her knowledge and everything she learned since. She's a decade more of knowledge that she accumulated since I saw her last. And that's just one out of 40 plus sessions that are going to happen in this coming week. So you don't have to fully engage, but keep your ears open and chime in once in a while to ask questions in real time to all the speakers that are taking away.
Yeah, we'd love having a little interaction. If you guys are in the live chat, at least just say hi. Let us know you're out there. For the speakers, it makes it so much nicer to see that there's actual like living, breathing people listening to them at the moment and stuff. It really helps with keeping the morale and the energy up. And another thing that I found that works for me when it comes to either a virtual or an in-person summit is to find a buddy. Get somebody that is going to also be attending, and that way you can, if you've got a meeting or something, you have to miss a session, somebody else can check it out. You can share notes after. Just talking about the things and sharing the nuggets that you learn really helps to make them stick. And talking about them sometimes makes you go like, okay, yeah, I really could implement this in X, Y, and Z. So another tip for how to get the most out of it. All right, that's it. No, we got so many people here, and none of them are talking except for me and you. Even Andrew's
I've been
today.
told
I don't know
not
what.
to talk. I've been told not to talk. So
oh my gosh, we're saving up. We're saving up for tomorrow, everybody.
Playing the
All right.
victim.
It
Andrew's
starts
playing
tomorrow, bright and early for me at 8 a.m. I will be on camera, maybe, probably, right on time, right, Vito?
But isn't it 7 a.m. for you though?
No, it's 8.
Are you in Central or you're in Eastern?
I'm East Coast time.
Yeah, it's 8 a.m. EST, which actually means 7 a.m. your time. Don't be an hour late.
That's good.
I'm in EST.
No, you're in
I'm in
EDT
Charlotte.
right now.
Oh, EDT.
What time is
boy,
it now?
This is confusing.
Where you are?
I will say,
2 p.m.
I think the time zone thing is super.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
annoying. It really is a nightmare every year.
Yeah.
The time zone stuff.
We actually
it's in
are shifting when we're holding WordPress Accessibility Day this year, because last year it was in between time change in Europe and time
Right.
change
Oh,
in
man.
the United
Yeah.
States. It was like a disaster.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So we were like, we have to be
Yeah.
before all. But
Yeah, that happened
it's
2 years
7
ago. We were at
a.m.
the same
Stephanie.
time. Yeah.
If you live on the East Coast,
It's not.
7 a.m.
It's
I'm
not,
pretty
because it's
sure-
not really that time zone. It's 2 o'clock here right now. It's in my time zone. They're saying it wrong. Trust me, I'm not going to be here at 7.
I don't know. I check with Vito. Like
fact,
the way I read it
Amber.
was that it's actually 8 a.m. my time in Central.
Just be there an hour earlier anyway, just in case.
Wait.
There's no way that-
Early is almost never good for me.
Wait, this is
Anyway.
very important. I want to make sure I'm going to be there when it starts.
There was a whole
right?
email that
Yeah.
went out that was like, it's in Eastern Standard Time, but we're not
Vito.
in Eastern Standard Time right now. We're in Eastern.
Well, I'm in
I
Eastern
know.
Standard Time, but I never use EDT ever in my life. Have I ever
I just
referred
use
to myself
ET
as
because
ET?
I can't figure out if we're in daylight savings or not because it's too confusing.
I just,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I was very confused by
Can
that.
someone send me a meeting invite?
Oh, so you can do that. So if you go to, let me actually show this, and this is a great.
Actually,
way.
that's a good point. But I'm telling
Maybe
you,
for all the key people that need
7
to be there right on time, send us an invite.
if it's 7 a.m. Hudson time, there ain't no
Everyone got an invite. Everyone that
I'll
all
have
the
to just
speakers
stay
got a
up
calendar invite.
from the night before.
But I do want to show this. Okay, so everyone is invited to go to atarim.io/summit/agenda. And this is the link, and I'll share this here on the screen.
Oh yeah, add to calendar. That's what
You
you
guys,
need.
you guys did get my emails, right, with all these information.
Well, I think your email is what confused me.
Really? Oh no!
Oh no.
So if you're gonna look here, you can see that they have this calendar stuff. Just choose your favorite one, and it's gonna give you that. But also, it's a great way to see what's happening. Can learn a little bit about the different sessions, the different talks that are coming on, and each one of those in each one of the days, and as well as the lounge hangouts. Who is running what, when, what kind of parties you can come in and hang out with all kinds of folks from the space. And
Okay.
click this button to figure out how to match it to your own time
This
zone.
just in. Whatever. Let's just ignore if it's EST or EDT. That needs to just come off of there. It's just Eastern time because it's whatever time it is in New York.
Eastern
right now.
Standard Time,
That's
yeah.
But Amber's saying it's EDT, right? I don't know. Anyway,
It is EDT right now.
it's EDT right now, so that's why that's confusing.
All right. If I click on
who-
this, it's probably going to tell me.
Who runs
that.
a conference on another continent
Oh,
from where
look,
they live?
it's
Like,
the same.
who does a thing like that?
Okay. EST is EDT.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Could we just
Oh,
maybe have
wait.
this conversation offline, or do we need to go into like be in 30 Facebook groups
Wait a
having
second,
this
I just-
discussion
yeah.
about our calendar?
For everyone
Here to
to-
show everyone.
Well, I mean,
It's-
attendees might have been confused by that too.
I think what we've learned here is that everything's going to be great. It's all going to work out great. Everything's going to be super smooth. No glitches.
Yes, everything's got to be
8
smooth
o'clock
for sure.
Eastern is when you want to show up.
That's right.
I will be still in bed. I'll have my coffee. You can see my bed head. It'll be fine. 8 a.m. Eastern.
All right.
And we'll see you there, everybody, tomorrow. It's going to be a great week. Thanks, everybody, for coming to this kickoff party.
Can't wait. See ya.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.